Alright, hello everyone, I'm Justin Diamond, and today I'm going to read the last chapter of Act 1 of my upcoming novel, Giant Special Tokyo Love. Those first few weeks with our new baby were rough. I walked into our tatami bedroom and noticed something was out of whack. It wasn't a surprise, something's out of whack. It was more like noticing that we'd been doing things the wrong way all along. The crib we'd gotten for baby was filled with boxes and bags and other items that wouldn't fit in the closet. We had been using it for storage. I emptied the crib, placing all of those knickknacks on the floor. Wouldn't it be nice to have the baby in the crib for a change, just mommy and daddy on the futon? Later that night, after the baby had already drifted to sleep in Sora's arms, I kissed them both good night before sending them into the bedroom. I played WoW. After my game, after they had been sleeping for a while, I decided to check in on them. It was like a magic trick. All of the things in the crib, everything I'd taken out, was right back in again. Mommy and baby were sharing the futon. The space they weren't using on the mattress, that was my space to sleep on. It wasn't much, approximately 1 tatami, a unit of area measurement in Japan, at a bad angle at that. There was no way to sleep with them without disturbing them. I had grown up thinking that babies sleep in cribs and that these cribs would be located in their own room. A baby monitor with a simple red light would be our ear in on baby. But that's not how they did it in Japan. No, in Japan the baby sleeps on the tatami mat. Right there with mommy and daddy. It makes sense, I suppose, if you consider how Japanese homes tend to be so small and how young babies wake up in the middle of the night. Someone has to bridge the gap between baby and breast, as you might as well have the baby right next to you. From that point of view, maybe it made sense. But it didn't make sense if you want to get laid. Make love with the missus. Why had we gone through the trouble of getting a crib anyway? Donnie, with his thick Australian accent, spoke up in my head. That one fateful sentence from a talk we'd had weeks, maybe months ago. Mate, I gained a son but lost a wife. That's how it sounded when he said wife. It was wife. When he first told me, I didn't quite get it. But now, with the experience of my own daughter, his words echoed truth in the memory. I had gained a daughter but lost my wife. I lost Sora. The next day I called my mother on Skype and told her about it. She wasn't too keen on the idea. Families that share beds, she told me, have much higher rates of incest. It made sense on some level, although I can't imagine any amount of bed sharing would make me go incest. Nevertheless, after Mom said it, I started seeing evidence everywhere. An old Japanese porno I had downloaded, where the porn stars were role-playing like they were mother and son. Several people at work had incest stories. The mother jacking off her high school-age son as part of Kachinogari, the crucial cram study marathon for a high school entrance exam. When I confronted Sora with these things, her response was surprisingly put together. Usually I could just dance my way around her with my superior grasp of the English language. Instead, she put up a finger and said, "Wait," with more emphasis than I'd heard in her voice in many a moon. She spun on her heel, walked to the computer room, and started clicking. Over her shoulder, I saw her searching through Japanese blog entries. I couldn't really read the blog, but if I had to guess, I'd say it was for Japanese women who are married to foreigners. "Here," she said, when she had found it. "Read this." What she gave me to look at wasn't an article. It was more like a paper. A very professional-looking paper. The kind that experts, not normal people, read. It looked like it belonged to a peer-reviewed journal. Something about the benefits of sleeping with your baby, about how the chances of sudden infant death syndrome plummet when you share a bed with your baby. There's even a fancy word for it, cohabitation, something like that. In other words, a big cup of shut the fuck up, sleep with baby. It could cost your offspring her life. I gained a son but lost a wife. Donnie's words echoed in my head along with the realization that Sora wasn't going to budge on this one. It wasn't such a big deal. There's a simple solution to every problem. I'm a smart guy. I walked down to the neighborhood corner store. It was like a small Walmart, except for the name of the store was Jason. You'd think it would be a familiar name for me, but all of the recognition was taken out of the name as it was written in katakana. Jason. I bought our family a second futon mattress and left it in the computer room. The next night, I had it all figured out. Sora was putting baby to sleep in the tatami room. If Sora emerged anytime soon, we could carry on like normal. We would watch TV shows I had downloaded while I tried to gauge her energy level to determine how many shows to watch. Watch too many, and she'd be too tired for sex afterwards. And try for sex too soon, and she would insist on one more show, after which she would invariably be too tired. It was fun, gunning for that perfect mix of half-hour and hour-long shows to end with a bang. The futon mattress in the study was entirely necessary, since baby was taking up the mattress in the bedroom. But when I looked for the futon mattress in the study, it was gone. I frantically checked the rest of the house, trying to be quiet. After all, baby was trying to sleep. But the mattress was gone, or rather, it had to be in the bedroom because it wasn't anywhere else. I had some kind of taboo about breaking the sanctity of the bedroom once they had gone to sleep, but I crept open the door anyway. Mommy and baby were still awake, looking at me with eyes too tired to move. I had to scan around the room from the door to find it. My mattress was just visible, jammed behind the crib with its mess of storage. "Sorry," I whispered and started to take the mattress back. Sora's eyes told me not to. FYI, carrying a futon mattress across a room where baby is sleeping or trying to sleep is impossible. Every sweep and touch of fabric on the floor makes a noise. Your feet make noise. The door makes noise. Then you feel like a jackass for interrupting them. But Sora shouldn't have put it there to begin with. Putting it back in there was her insisting we sleep as a family, and taking it out again was my way of saying we sleep as husband and wife. It was the epic battle of my marriage, Eastern style versus Western style. I gained a son but lost a wife, Donnie's words echoed in my head. I put the futon mattress down in the computer room, spread it out. There was barely enough room for it. The wheels of my rolling chair were centimeters away from disturbing the edge of the futon. But once I logged into WoW, who cared? Sora hadn't come out of the bedroom a few hours later when I finished slaying the dragons. It was the first night I slept alone on my flimsy new futon mattress. I had forgotten to grab a pillow from the room and used one of the throw pillows from the couch instead. I closed my eyes from this new angle on the floor of my computer room, falling asleep next to the wheels of my rolling chair. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you next vid.